This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine all the time, let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine all the time, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine all the time, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine all the time, let it shine.
Just over here trying to get all the controls right. Well, welcome to Wednesday prayer meeting. Still trying to get used to all the lights and the functions and the media that's going on. So as you can see, my video is looking pretty terrible, but we're working on it. We're going to get it all together soon enough. We're adding more media. We're getting used to the technology. I'd like to add some more videos and songs as we go along to make it a little more varied and as we get there interactive. Pastor Bob is not with us tonight. He has a teaching gig that he's attending, so he will not be here tonight. But we're going to expand on what he was talking about on last Sunday's service. And some of that was fear versus love and the two extremes, the two vibrations. And if you could categorize any of these emotions, they could probably fall into one of these two. The farthest ends of the spectrum are fear and love. And we're talking about prayer. We talk about meditation, prayer versus meditation. Why would one do over the other? What are the differences? Why do them at all? What does it mean to sit and focus? What is physically happening to our bodies? Can we create a bridge to these two things of praying because why? Why do we pray? Why do we meditate? We go to a point of stillness. We're trying to calm our mind. What's the purpose? What's the goal? And under what framework are we working with? What are the rules of meditation? Are there any? Breath work? What's going on inside of my body that can create changes? When people say that they can heal themselves with their minds, what does that mean? How can we do that? What is our universe made of? What does Jesus mean when he says, where there are two of you gathered in my name, I am there? I think there are the bridges are at our fingertips. And so I want to play a video for you that may bridge some of these concepts: frequency, sound, and vibration. There's a frequency to your aura, to your body, to food, to clothing, to linen, cotton, different kinds of clothing. There's a frequency to everything. What does that mean? There's a vibration. Our universe is made of sound. But I'm not going to be the one to explain this to you because I'm not the one to do it. But I am going to play this video for you that may explain it better than me. So here we come in with the technology of trying to add something here. We go, little YouTube video based on Nikola Tesla. Enjoy. Cute little video advertisement there, but showing us that sound and frequency are what the universe is actually made of. And you can read more from Nikola Tesla, right? That's just a whole rabbit hole to go down. But as we start studying some of quantum physics, we don't need to get too into the weeds in that. We don't need to get too into the realm of these things, just to know the basics of how it's affecting our own vibration and frequency in our bodies. But the first principle is how the universe works. Once we start understanding these rules, then we can start learning how to live within them. There's obviously a lot about our world and a lot about the universe information that we're missing. It just doesn't seem like everything's adding up. I know that, you know, we there's a lot of people that believe that everything that's in the Bible is every single thing is the word of God and is absolutely true. And see, these are the kind of things I talk about, um, when it's just me. Um, I have so many questions and I like to delve into a lot of different uh, means of learning and a lot of different routes, and always going to source documents to try to find what's true, quote unquote, and what isn't. But all that to say is there's so much to explore in the realm still of Jesus, of spirituality, of sound frequency and vibration. We are just now relearning what we've at one time already known. So There's even a lot of things about Jesus's life, right? There's this time period that's not, like I say, not mentioned, but not compensated for, I guess, in the Bible. Where was he? Well, there's this rumor. There's always these rumors flying around, these conspiracy theories, if you will, of what he was doing and why. Where was he? Well, it's my belief that he was learning about frequency and vibration. If you didn't know it already, if you didn't come to this planet already knowing, which it appeared he knew quite a lot of things that the average person didn't know. But when it all comes down to it, it is fear versus love. And he could feel that love even at the very, very end, and also through resurrection. A lot of these world religions that we have are really pointing toward the same kind of goal, if you will, to love others. And how are we going to satisfy our own souls in this lifetime? How do we become better people? What are the rules? Again, what are the parameters? Like learning the rules of the universe is kind of like learning the rules of, we were just talking about this the other day about horror movies, although I know a lot of people in the high vibrational community don't like to talk about horror movies, but there was a time when I loved them dearly. And there's rules to a horror movie, right? If you've seen enough of them, the A movies, the B movies, whatever, the C minus movies, there's always a formula to it. And once you start going outside the formula, well, then you start learning new things. Maybe something else could happen. These things could be a possibility. The same goes true for the laws of the universe. It's the laws of within the movie and the laws of what's going on out here. But the point of me saying all that is that there is a reason. There's a rhyme and a reason as to why we are praying and meditating. And sometimes we have the same intent for both of those things, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have an intention. Especially, I remember that from going to Catholic school my entire life. We have intentions while praying. And I guess there are also intentions while meditating as well. What is your intent? Is it to stillness? Is it to pass the stillness? Is it to focus on something in particular? Do you have a mantra? Are you trying to raise your vibration through your meditation? And why? Why would you do that? What's the point of raising one's vibration in this universe? What's the point? Is something that I do, think, say, eat, is it my actions? Is it what I say? What can bring my vibration down? I just spoke just a few minutes ago about the different kinds of material that you can put on your body wearing clothes, different materials that clothing's made out of, linen, cotton, polyester, and what each of those materials, what kind of frequency it gives off. And so there's a science behind all of these things that I think a lot of us we definitely weren't taught in school. If we had the advantage of learning them outside of school, maybe from a friend or family member, maybe we went down some of these rabbit holes and we learned a lot. But for the most part, I think a lot of us have been ignorant as to how the universe actually functions. How is it possible that these are the two strongest emotions, love and fear? When you get yourself into a situation that's negative and you find yourself responding in a negative way, well, let's say this. Your response dictates how the situation goes, right? So it's not really that the situation is negative, it's how you're responding to it. So if you're responding in a negative way, what does that really mean? What physiologically is happening to your body? I had the benefit, I don't know, the advantage, the ability to see my blood under a microscope after I had woken up and feeling completely stressed, like cortisol at the very tippity top of the range. It was 10 out of 10. And I got my blood tested right after that, during that time. And to see the difference in my blood, you can literally see the stress cracks, if you will. As I'm saying this, it doesn't really make too much sense unless you could see it. I'll probably have to bring it up sometime on the screen so you can see what it looks like, but what healthy blood's supposed to look like and then what mine look like after being stressed out. And so you can see the physiological changes when you remember or go through trauma in your mind, or you're worrying, or you're feeling anger. Like, these things are literally changing the composition of your blood in a negative way. And so that's one of many reasons as to why we should be trying, which is a sensitive word because we can say we try and try and try, and then we never do. So are you trying, or are you going to do it? Or are you doing it? So with all that being said, I just wanted to put those little thoughts into your mind: fear versus love, how the universe operates, the high versus the low vibration. There's frequency in everything, even your thoughts, your emotions, which then lend to the literal blood that's in your system, affecting your body on a cellular level. We will learn over the course of time how to centralize our nervous system again, how to release negative emotion through somatic release, breath work, sound therapy. There's all kinds of tools at our disposal to detoxify from this negative energy. And we will learn those as we go on. But I will tell you that I sure missed Pastor Bob tonight, because this would have been a very intriguing conversation. I'm sure we're going to have another one in the short future. But for now, please keep those things in mind, and I will see you at the next Sunday service. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Little, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine all the time, let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine all the time, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel of love. I'm gonna let it shine under a bushel of love. I'm gonna let it shine under a bushel of love. I'm gonna let it shine all the time, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna